Hey, everybody. I got some sound here. How's everybody doing? Are you ready for the EBS? I'm ready for the EBS. I got sound? Yeah, I got sound. Awesome. All right. Technology's working. Hmm. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. What do I want to say? I want to say a lot. Part of the problem of not being scripted, you get to a moment like this, just got to bring it forward so that we can free up the gears in here and move on. Um, what makes me different from most of the other truthers, freedom fighters, digital warriors, a lot of things. One, I got one platform for these videos. I mean, I have a Telegram channel, but that's a platform for the videos. But, as far as what you would consider to be alternatives to YouTube, people go to BitChute and Rumble and all different kind of platforms to put their videos out because they got banned off of YouTube. Many of them had many YouTube channels. Now, a lot of them will just be regurgitating the news or what they perceive to be news and give you their opinions. So in many cases, they're reporting disinformation as it's uh, with the perception that it's real information, and then they're giving you their opinions, and then they're charging you, a subscription for their channel or their website. Uh, you got a lot of different personalities, a lot of different individuals, um, and that's awesome. We need that. We do. Variety is the spice of life. But one of the biggest things that makes me different is I hold knowledge in health breakthrough. Science gave up on. They're now rewriting history because of me. Not in a positive way yet. They're deleting information from the internet. Like that $1.8 billion funding they did to rejuvenate gum tissue. You can't find it on the internet anymore. What you find is a $1.8 million funding. and for that false title, Revolutionizing the Root Canal. I can't think of any other reason why they're rewriting history other than the fact that my message has gotten out there enough that people are searching. And so now when they find that 1.8 million, they're, Ethan's full of shit. He exaggerates. Well, maybe I do exaggerate at times, but I don't exaggerate on facts like that. I don't. Sometimes I can get passionate. Some people have a hard time dealing with that. Well, that's too bad. Can't make everybody happy. It's the truth that is important. Now, sometimes concealing the truth is important when it's a matter of life and death, when it's a matter of survival, when it's a matter of strategy and winning the battle. It's not like a dishonest, nefarious act. It's not like that. So, the art of war, when you're close, give the appearance of being far away. When you're far away, give the appearance of being close. When you're weak, show strength. And when you're strong, show weakness. It's a lure, it's a trap. It's power. It's manipulation. It's how you win. And so throughout my battles, I've been a little, as skeptical and as careful as I am, I've been a little bit naive and I have been tricked by supporters. You see, when you're desperate, when you're down and out, see, if you haven't eaten for days, somebody comes along and hands you a sandwich, you're liable to eat it right on down. And if the person that handed you that sandwich was a nefarious prick, well, you might just find yourself poisoned. And that's how easy it is for these parasites to infiltrate. Oh, Ethan, man, we love you. Oh, man, you're awesome. And they send you over some money and then develop a not really a relationship, but establishing a communication and showing support. And that's just the beginning to the nefarious activity, and it's all shielded with this kindness and this nice talk. And then slowly they start manipulating with things that just don't make sense. And as time goes on, well, I've gotten real good at calling them out. I have. I've gotten real good at figuring them out. Some of them took a little bit longer than others. But one of the biggest tells was my financial situation with the property here, and Kalkaska County gonna steal it for back taxes. Kalkaska County has disabled me, defamed me, and has participated in high level, high profile gang stalking in conspiracy with many other governmental agencies and departments and parasites. And this has made me one of the most feared men on this planet. Not because people fear me, it's they fear the retribution and attacks from the oppressors if they support me. That's just undisputable at this point. Um, I've been absolutely just a man alone, and I've done a lot. So I've shown you what I've done for a lot of reasons. One is for documentation. Another is for education. Another is to inspire you. Those are probably the three main points. In addition to accountability to these parasitic, treasonous rats that are doing all this nasty, nefarious stuff, and they just keep taking their paychecks and thinking it's just fine, and it's not. It's not just fine. People don't stand together, and that's the biggest problem. Now, the other day, Constitutional Crusader was here. I got a chance to do an interview with a platform. It's got close to 40,000 subscribers. That video may come out today, Friday, March 31st. March 31st is the deadline for the foreclosure tax year tax payment to be made. I abrogated my taxes in a court of law, an open court, a court of record, a high court, not a corporate proceeding in fraud of fiction, as in your circuit courts, your district courts, and your federal courts that are not courts. You've just been so brainwashed to believe that they are, that most of the population still believes that they are. Most population believes you got a problem, you need an attorney. An attorney is the last thing that you need. You need to know who you are. You need to know that you have the highest authority. You need to know that you have diplomatic immunity to the United States corporate government, to your state's corporate government, to your county corporate government, that they are all enemies of the people. Every institution, everything has been infiltrated by these parasites. And a lot of them are just going to have to go bye-bye. Because their heart is bad. Their soul is corrupted. And the damage they have caused is, in most cases, not calculable. Not for us as individuals. We can't calculate the damage that they've done to society, to the planet, to individual men, women, and children, to the animals. It's really sad. But they're going to have to go bye-bye. And we got to make sure that they go bye-bye. Every one of them. Every last one of them. Now, maybe some of them can repent. And maybe some of them haven't caused the kind of destruction that they should be bye-byed or incarcerated. And maybe they got a good heart. Maybe they haven't been involved in it very long. Maybe they were absolutely tricked. But that kind of perspective and leniency, in my opinion, should not be given to these career parasites, especially the ones that have been noticed by we the people. Even if it was just one of us, we the people. Even if it was just one. They have the knowledge, they have been noticed, and they continue. They need to be bye-bye. The Constitutional Crusader was here. Him and his son were standing on the other side of the camera. And there was some, at times I was a little bit distracted, and I was a little bit out of my comfort zone because they left early. They had a long drive to get here. They did some stops and did some videoing before they got here. So it was kind of late in the day. And then I talked for quite a bit before we turned the camera on, just because it was the first time I'd ever been face to face with that man. And and I didn't know how much of my story he knew or didn't know. So I'm real curious to watch that video. I'm like 99.9% sure it's going to air. I purposely put passion into that video. I could have done the talk just like I'm doing now, droll. But that's my introduction to a new audience. And I had so much on my mind, and there's so much to tell, and I know the time was short, so I have some, not really regrets, but if I had to do it over again, I'd probably say a little bit more about a couple of topics that I was on, and stayed a little bit more focused as I went through it. But as far as I'm concerned, it's all good. It's all good. One day, my grandchildren will watch my videos. One day, my great grandchildren will watch my videos. I hope. Maybe one day my children, family will watch my videos. I don't think any of them have ever watched one of my videos. So, coming right down to the wire, today is the last day to have the land tax paid on that foreclosure year, or they start the foreclosure proceedings in their fake court with their fiction BS. Then they're going to send the tyrants out in their clown costumes with their badges and their guns and their tasers and their clubs and their boats and their helmets. And yeah, I don't want to take this old boy and steal his home, steal his property, when I've abrogated the taxes for 200 years. When Kalkaska, I had him on a $10,000 a day penalty, retroactive to December 2015. That continuous nonstop treason, gang stalking, proliferating, it went to 20,000 a day. And it's about to go up again. Because I got word yesterday that land tax got paid. It didn't get paid by donations. No. It didn't get paid by donations. Donations are like next to zero. There's been 2 people who have donated to me over the last several months, and they're not large donations. Land tax got paid. One day I'll tell you how. But it didn't get paid by me. And I'm very thankful that it happened. You got a $500,000 property here. Everything on it, everything in the home is paid for. There's standing timber that can be harvested. I harvested some a few years back. They said 7 years, you can do it again. Only got a couple more years to go. I got a year now that I don't have to sweat bullets about being a street person. And through this process, I ferreted out some trolls, like I was talking about. And for a fact, the majority of the financial support that I have received has come from the enemy. I don't get support because I'm one of the most feared men on this planet. and I get attacked because I have this awesome discovery and because I call out the parasites. And the fact that I've survived, that I'm still sucking air, that I put these videos out, ought to tell you something. I want to tell you that you can stand too. That you can make a difference. If I can make a difference, you can make a difference. If we just all come together, we'll make a big difference. The Kalkaska County Treasury, if they accepted money for that land tax, they are now culpable, fully culpable. The fact that they sent the paperwork made them culpable. Now, I don't know that anybody over there has ever seen my notice of liability. Anybody in public service or governance in Kalkaska County and the village of Kalkaska should have a copy of my notice of liability. If not, others are responsible for that. Because notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. Is notice to successors, replacements, etc. Multiple $1 million trespasses, charge of treason. These parasites all need to go bye-bye. They need to pay. They need to be done. You deserve to be free. You deserve a better life. You need to stand and own your authority, people. All right, I'll show you. I'm going to try and give you an example of how stupid we are. Have you heard of constitutional carry states? Oh, yeah. Yeah, isn't there a bunch of them? Yeah. See how stupid you are? See how dumbed down you are? How slavish you are? What's the Second Amendment? Oh, but that's not for everybody because we have constitutional carry states. Oh, is it starting to click in there? It's the common law across the common land. The common, inalienable, unalienable natural law across the common land. And constitutionally protected. Can I have a right in Michigan that you can't have in your state? I said that because I'm in Michigan. Can I have a right in any state that I can't have in another state? Well, then what is all the talk about constitutional carry states? Oh, we're idiots. That's why. Are you getting it? But where's the rage? Where's the passion? Where's the outrage? Oh, but it's easier to be a slave, Ethan. It's easier to be a sheep. To a point. Tell that to everybody that's behind bars who doesn't belong behind bars. Tell that to everybody that's put in the ground because of these bad actors that shouldn't be in the ground. They should be up here with us, living, breathing. Growing marijuana. That's what they should be doing, amongst other things. Service to others. So all you dentists, you parasitic fucks, think you're doing service to others, but you hide. You hide in fear from optimal oral health with cannabis. Because of the DEA. The DEA. Fuck the DEA. Fuck the FDA. Fuck the NIH. Fuck the American Bar Association. Fuck the American Dental Association. Fuck the American Medical Association. Fuck them all. These parasites need to be held to account. You deserve better. My brothers and sisters deserve better. My brothers and sisters of this planet. My children, my grandchildren, and I'm posterity of the future deserve better. Good men stand by and do nothing generation after generation after generation. And look what we have. And for all I've done, I haven't been able to get support to maintain. That's another difference between me and a lot of these other digital warriors, digital soldiers that people throw money at. And they tell you, oh, I do this full time. I quit. I gave up my career. I gave up my income to do this full time. People throwing money at them. I didn't give up nothing. It was stolen from me. And I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm pissed. Vengeance is for the Lord. He's working through me. These parasites are going to be held to account. Every breath I take, every minute of the day, I am focused on the bullshit imposed upon me. All for your suffering. You're denied optimal oral health. The Surgeon General's report from the year 2000 stated you cannot be healthy without good oral health. You need your oral health, you need your mental health, and you need your spiritual health. All you good people, it's long past time. You need to be resilient. You need to overcome. You need to stand and fight if you're ever going to win. If you just live your life being defensive, you're never going to score. If you spend your life defensive, how are you going to win? The only way you can win is to be on the offensive, to attack your opponent, to attack your enemy, to take them down, to gain ground, to gain territory. That's how you win. You don't win by cowering in the corner looking for a savior. Service to others. If everybody lived with the mindset of service to others, you couldn't imagine the world you'd be living in. At least I can't. I can try. And I can see I can see beauty beyond my imagination. How can you see beauty beyond your imagination, boy? I don't know. Isn't that something? Is that bastardized language or what? We need a new dictionary. We do. I'm going to roll myself a cigarette here. Have to exercise the lungs. It's very important. Some of you might disagree with me, but that's all right. You're all entitled to your opinion. There's been times I thought if I had enough marijuana to smoke that I wouldn't smoke cigarettes. But that's not reality. It's not. Something about the tobacco. A lot of times it's best after smoking the cannabis. For me. Lordy, lordy, folks. What are you going to do if the EBS goes? Emergency Broadcast Service. I think we're close. I think we're real close. The banks have collapsed the world over. It's just not mainstream news yet. Stock market's going to go down. It's just not mainstream news yet. The evil system is getting crushed. Most of you don't know it. Some of you do. And here's an interesting thing. I think a lot of people have woken up enough that they've tuned out. In other words, they need to watch no more videos. They don't need to go down no more rabbit holes. They don't need to spend time on Telegram and Instagram and Twitter searching because they figured it out. And a lot of them have taken moves. Like I heard, and I don't know if it's true, that somewhere around 11 million or 15 million people have done the copper kettle passport teaching, copper moonshine or whatever it is. And they get the passport with it gets tied into that corporate system where when they run your passport for your ID, it comes up as do not detain. That's awesome, but it's slavish because it was done through the system. It's part of the system. These people aren't owning their authority, but they've got a little bit of freedom. They're prisoners with privileges. Privileges can be taken away. Your rights can never be taken away. Your rights can be trampled. And you can fight back. How is it that your servant controls you? Explain that to me, please. How is it that your servant controls you? Tells you how to live your life. Tells you you can't do that or you're going to get penalized. You're going to get punished. Your servant. Here in America, our public servants keep talking about our democracy. It's not your democracy, it's their democracy. Demonocracy, communism, socialism, slavery. America was a republic. You know, like the Chinese Republican, the China Republic. Yeah, the China Republic. You've heard that, right? Idiot. That is communism. China's Republic. Here in America, the land of freedom, we're supposed to be a republic where liberty rules, freedom rules, your privacy rules. Got to save our democracy. Your servants controlling every aspect of your life. The hell is wrong with us? Generational brainwashing. Generational toxification, poisoning, fear mongering. Lies, lies, lies. Men dressing up as women. Men that don't dress up to women wearing skinny jeans, soy boyed, have never done a manly thing in their life. Men running around, cowering, hiding underneath a woman's skirt. Save me, mommy. That's what's become of our America. And it's disgusting. It's sick and it's disgusting. It's warped. And the children are the ones suffering the most. They're the innocent ones. It's our job to protect them. Service to others. You got to stand up, people. I just don't know what else to tell you, except, in my opinion, you have to stand. And when you stand up alone, it's whack-a-mole. That's why we need to unite and stand together. And whack-a-mole the parasites. Lord have mercy. Well, we made it 45 minutes. Well, it looks like I got one person just popped in the chat or popped on the live. I'm glad you're here. I love you. I'm fighting for you. I don't know what else to say right now. I don't know if this helped you or not, but I know it helped me. It did. Because I've been ready to come over here and talk. And I just keep putting it off, because I don't really, because I'm never scripted. So maybe sometimes I just need to ramble on a little bit. But I know from time to time, I've had a positive impact on somebody somewhere. And so if it's just one person, then it's all worth it. Because who knows what that one person is going to do. It's life-changing. There's been some people that have stood up and done things that showed me how to stand up and do things. And that came natural for me anyways. I can say I don't care, but I do care. I care enough to not care. Can you wrap your head around that? I care enough about what's right to not care about what people think about me. I don't care what you think. Well, Ethan's always in a gray t-shirt, usually full of holes. Whatever you want to think. I don't care about anybody's negativity or BS. You don't have a blue screen. You're not professional. Fuck off. I didn't come here to be professional. I just came here to bring you the truth. Document my scientific breakthrough discoveries and the battles that have ensued. Every court case that I have conducted, I have won. Doesn't matter if it's governor, judge, sheriff, head of the DEA, head of the USPTO. I won every one. And now they're rewriting history because of me. I remain the world's leading authority on oral health with cannabis. I don't have a microscope, a spectrometer, or any formal scientific training. Can we get some justice? Can we get some law enforcement? I want to know, where's that military, that new military whistleblower program? Stephen Greer. What a big tease. I want to know. I'm Whistler the Whistler. I'm whistling. Can you imagine a healthcare system that's about healthcare, about preventing illness, about healing illness, rather than filling you with poison and toxins, and then giving you more poisons and toxins to counteract the bad reactions from those poisons and toxins, and then more poisons and toxins? People my age taking handfuls of pills. I don't take any. I don't have a doctor. I do not have a doctor. I don't want a doctor. I don't want no poison control expert who doesn't know the first thing about healthcare advising me. I don't. I want all them parasites held to account. Well, rolling up here on 53 minutes. I'm going to take a break. I love you. I do. I'm fighting for you. And I am ready to tear up some treasonous ass. Trap the rats. Every one of them. You're going to help? I think you will. All right, everybody. Until next time, own your authority, authorize your belief. Do not fall on the sword. Shield yourself and swing that sword. All right. Bye for now.